tell you what this exceptional young man did. He set up a foundation so that not only he could go to Harvard, but so could his friends.
Wow.
Goodness. Let me share something with you about crowdfunding. A great project can open doors for you that no man can shut.
Amen.
Woo! Anybody need some doors open?
Yes.
All right now. I just want you to understand there's a big picture here.
Right.
It's much bigger than just you getting what you need.
That's right.
Oh man, we talking now. We talking. You're gonna get me preaching up in here. All right, let's go on. Now here's a guy, and his name is Kirby. Kirby's Filipino American. He lives in California, and he partnered with this particular platform I'm going to share with you today. It's called We Share Crowdfunding. And he loves to fly. That's him with his wife up there. It's hard to see. And he wants to create an aviation school. But in the Philippines, where he's from, 8 to 9 typhoons make landfall every year. So Kirby's not just interested in himself. He also wants to help other people. So he wants to use some of the money he raised to help those folks. Is that a good thing?
Right.
Absolutely. So Kirby, with our platform, his real name is Sylvester, he raised $103,000 simply by sharing this concept with just 12 people, and he did it in 62 days. Anybody here use the extra 100 grand by right now?
Yeah.
I heard somebody said they needed 100 grand.
Right.
All right? Now here's another gentleman. He used this platform I'm going to introduce you to today. His name is Hector. And Hector lost his job. And him and his wife couldn't afford to pay the $850 rent on just her income. So they had to move out of their apartment, and they had to go stay in their mom's basement. Anybody here like to move in with your mom in the basement? All right, so that wasn't any fun, right? And so he went to his church because churches and all kinds of organizations use this platform to raise money. A lot of organizations, they need millions, millions, right? So when you set your goal, don't sell yourself short. Well, in any event, he went to the church. He donated $50 to the church's project, and then he did what the church told him to do. They told him, go and spread the word. Let the people know what you found. So he went out and he told the people, I found a way to get the funding to get my house. The great thing is not a grant, it's not a loan, and there's no repayment required. The money's coming through crowdfunding. Do you know anyone who needs funding for anything? Anybody here speak English?
Yes.
Can y'all say that?
Yes.
If you can say that, you can get all the funding you need for your project. Because that's all he did. He raised $5,000 the first week. That's all he did. He just said that. Now I have a saying, if you're scared, say you're scared, but talk to somebody anyway.
You never know.
Yeah, here's the deal. You never know what kind of situation people are in.
That's right.
You trying to sum up what people are going to say to you, and you're not doing what you need to do, which is just spread the word. All right now.
All right.
All right now.
That's right.
So that's Hector. So, by the way, so Hector, you know, we showed you some big numbers a few minutes ago, right?
Right.
But Hector, he raised $27,000. Anybody use a little $27,000 by right now? Okay? It doesn't have to be big numbers.
Right.
It could just be 10,000. It could be 5,000. Are you with me?
Right.
All right, just want you to know you can do that too. Okay? All right, let's move on. So as a result, ladies and gentlemen, crowdfunding is now a worldwide phenomenon that is helping to make the dreams of people just like you and me come true every day, to the tune of $5.1 billion given to people in 2013. In 2012, it was $2.7 billion. Every year for the last 3 years, it has doubled in the amount of money that has been given to people. Last year, 2014, over $15 billion given to people. And the World Bank estimates over $96 billion in the next few years. Crowdfunding is a powerful new global economy. It's now a mainstream way for people to get the funding that they need to do what they need to do. Can you all see that?
Yeah.
In 2013, Facebook and crowdfunding were neck and neck in terms of revenue that they generated. How many people on Facebook?
Over a billion.
That's a whole lot of people, right?
Right.
Well, look at this. Facebook grossed $5.97 billion that year, crowdfunding $5.1 billion. With crowdfunding reaching $15 billion in 2014, it has now outperformed Facebook by billions of dollars. Is that pretty serious?
Yes.
Bigger than Facebook now, that's powerful. Powerful enough to fund any project, big or small, that you may desire. So let me ask you, do you have a dream, a project, or an aspiration that's close to your heart? And what is your dream? Perhaps you want to start or expand a business. You want to build or renovate a church. You want to create a project to make the world a better place. You want to fund home improvements. Maybe you want to pay off some college loans, pay off some weddings. Maybe you want to buy a new car or a new home, or you simply want to beef up or build up your retirement account, and you want to pay off some loans, some bills, some mortgages. Maybe you simply just want to be debt-free. Anybody here want to be debt-free?
Yes.
Well, these are all reasons to do a crowdfunding campaign. Okay? So now, when you look at crowdfunding as a whole, there's a few things that you want to understand. First of all, they all charge you a fee or a percentage of your donations for using their platform. They require you to do all your own marketing. That means that you have to contact hundreds of thousands of people through your own efforts to ask for contributions. And in many cases, if you don't reach your goal within a certain time limit, they will actually turn the donations back to the donators. So it has some drawbacks. So this type of crowdfunding is called direct funding. And I want to explain to you how it works. So you write your project, and then you choose a platform that's going to host it. But then it becomes your responsibility to do your own promoting. The projects that raise the most money already have a large database of supporters or people who know, like, and trust them. Anybody here on Facebook?
Yeah.
Anybody here, you have over 2,000 friends on Facebook? Anybody have over 5,000, let's see, 4,000 friends? Okay? Most people don't have that many friends. Are you with me? Okay? So, firstly, you need a whole lot of people that know you. Because when you put your project out there, the people who are going to give to you, they're the people who already know you, not the strangers. Are you with me?
Right.
Okay? Or you have money to advertise, to promote it out there. Also, you may have a team of people promoting one singular project, and if you're lucky and you have a media-worthy project, you might get media attention, like James Robinson did. Can you see that?
Yeah.
So these are the resources that you need to be successful with crowdfunding. All right? Unfortunately, most projects don't have this. And only a small percentage of people and projects actually get funded. So it's a great phenomenon, but most people don't know how to utilize it. So can anybody tell me what percentage of GoFundMe projects do not get funded?
90%.
About 80%. That's a pretty big number, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because primarily they don't understand what's involved and also the type of platform that it is. All right? So I'm going to tell you about what makes us different, because we're a crowdfunding platform just like them. All right? First thing is direct funding with us is free. And we're going to give it to you today as our gift from us to you just for showing up today. Is that a good thing? You ever received that gift?
That's a great thing.
All right. Okay. Now, first of all, we don't charge you to host your project.
Right.
Second of all, we don't collect your donations. Your donations don't come through us. They go directly to you. Third, you receive 100% of your donations. And fourth, although you have to do your own promoting, all the donations go directly to you with no waiting for your money. Are those good features?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, because the other crowdfunding platforms, you have to wait 60 to 90 days. You got to jump through all these hoops and all this red tape to get your money.
Right.
So with us, do you have to pay to host your project?
No.
No. Does the money go directly to you?
Yes.
Do you get 100% of the money?
Yes.
Do you have to wait for the money?
No.
And how much does it cost?
Nothing.
It's totally free. We just gave that to y'all just for showing up.
Right.
All right, you could have been home watching Family Feud or something. Making Steve Harvey rich, right?
Yeah.
But you came out today, so you just got blessed for that. So now, to do that, all you need is the desire to help yourself. That's it. You just need the desire to help yourself. Does everybody want to help themselves?
Yes.
Some people don't, right? Some people want a handout, right?
Right.
All right, but I don't think that this is that kind of crowd. But let's go a little further. Now, with direct funding, for the most part, you're pretty much on your own. There's still some drawbacks right there. Because you have to continually go out and find people who are going to donate to you. Are you with me?
Yeah.
And most people get tired, so they stop. All right? So today, we're going to share with you a revolutionary new way to accelerate your funding efforts for any campaign you may have. You may already have a campaign out there. We're going to show you how to accelerate that so you can raise much, much more. All right, you want to hear it?
Yes.
Okay, now here's the key right here. And in the process, help many others do the same. Because it's one thing for you and I to get to where we need to be, but it's another thing if we can help somebody else get to where they want to be. Are you with me?
Yes.
That's true greatness. Anybody here would like to help somebody?
Yes.
All right now. So let's go a little further into this concept. What I'm going to introduce you to is something called accelerated funding. And I want to share with you the benefits of it. Number one, instant donations. Can anybody use some instant help right now?
Oh, yes.
All right. Cash donations. Can anybody use some cash?
Oh, yes.
Compounded donations. Matching donations. Continuous donations. Infinity donations. International donations. And you can also help other people get donations too. All right? Oh, yeah. Now we're going to break it down for you. We're going to break it down for you, okay? Anybody here got some faith up in here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anybody here still believe?
Yes.
Anybody here still got hope?
Yes.
That's right.
Okay. All right. We're going to put it to work. We're going to give you an opportunity to put it to work. See where you really are, because we live in a very pessimistic society. Am I right? You turn around, there's so much negative news, it's not even funny. Oh, my goodness.
Right.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, now. So we're going to give you something positive right now. We're going to see whether or not you can receive that. So let's go a little further. So now, first thing we need to do, ladies and gentlemen, we've got to help you get your head right. Because you got to get your head right to get your money right. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. See, we got a lot of stuff going on around us, and it has affected us. So I want to get you in the right frame of mind so you can understand where you are and see the big picture. Is that okay?
Yes. Yes.
All right. First thing you need to know, ladies and gentlemen, we had a mortgage meltdown in this country. Some people say it's still going on. A lot of people lost their 401ks and their retirement disappeared right in front of their eyes after 40 years of working. Are you with me? And now they're in the upper age and they can't produce like they used to. That's a tragedy, am I right?
Yes.
Is it a tragedy for you to pay on your mortgage 15, 20 years and then the people come and take your house from you? That's a tragedy. But you need to understand this. Mortgages have only been around since the 1930s. So before the 1930s, there were no mortgages. Mortgages were invented by the insurance companies. So here's the question. What did people do to build houses before mortgages existed? People actually helped each other build houses and homes. People came together and they actually supported each other. What a novel idea. So now you're living beside your neighbor, you don't even know each other.
Right.
You're with me?
Yes.
Okay? So now this is how it works. You first had to lend your time and your talents. Maybe all you could do was cook. You just cooked while the men and everybody else worked. Are you with me?
Right.
But you had to do something. You lend your time and talents in the community to help someone else build their house, and when the time was right, the community would come over and help you build your house.
Right.
Is that a good thing?
Yes.
Absolutely, because it had nothing to do with how much money you had. It had nothing to do with what your resources were. It had to do with your relational capital, who you knew. Yep. Listen, if you're connected with the right people, you got everything you need.
Yeah. That's right.
It's when you're out there by yourself, that's when you struggle.
Yeah, exactly right.
When you don't have nobody to call on, that's when you struggle.
Right.
And that's how most of us live today. Okay? Let's go a little further. So by the way, people still do that today, by the way. The Amish do it. The Mennonites do it. Some religions do it when they build churches. There's an organization out there called Habitat for Humanity. Anybody heard of them?
Yes.
But here's the deal. They didn't invent the concept. The concept goes back way into ancient history, even before the Israelites. Okay? In difficult situations, people found a way to come together
Right.
and to help each other. Okay? Let's go a little further. Here's another concept I want to share with you. It's called ROSCA, Rotating Savings and Credit Association. Around the world, it's better known as the Poor Man's Bank. Now, here's how that works. Participants make regular contributions to a fund which is distributed in whole or in part to each contributor in rotation. So let's say you had 5 people, and each of the 5 would agree to put so much money in a fund for 5 months. So let's say each person is putting $1,000 in the fund each month. How much money is in the fund right now? $5,000. And how many people is 5, right?
Right.
So each month, one of the parties will get to take the whole $5,000, go start a business, or to go fund a business. Now, this was not based on your credit report. This was based on your social credit,
Right.
which was your ability to keep your word and to be a man or woman of integrity. So you had to agree to keep putting that $1,000 in the pot in the fund for 5 months, even after you had
Right.
received
That's
yours.
exactly right.
You with me? Now, if you did not keep your word, it would go around the community and no one would deal with you like that ever again, because it was all about honor, something that's lacking today, especially amongst companies. Are you with me?
Right.
So this is how people help themselves. Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, this has been going on around the world. In Latin America, it's called tandas. In Mexico, it's called cadenas. In West Africa and Caribbean, it's called susu. In Asia, it's called we. In Brazil, it's called quinila. And in India and Pakistan, it's called the ko. And so you look around, you see certain groups coming to our country and establish themselves economically and purchase businesses, but you don't understand how they did it. They came together and they helped each other. Goodness. You'll see that? All right? So I just got to help you all. Just got to help you all. Let's move a little forward. Well, that's what cooperative crowdfunding is. That's what we're about to introduce you to today. It is simply people working together in the same way to create wealth for each other. Can anybody use a little wealth?
Yes.
Okay. Now, Napoleon Hill said this. He said, it is literally true that you can succeed best and quickest by helping others to succeed. Would y'all agree with that?
Yes.
Rather than doing it by yourself, paycheck to paycheck. Because listen, as a group, ladies and gentlemen, we are wealthy. But individually, we struggle to make it paycheck to paycheck.
Okay.
Yes, that's right. Now you can raise unlimited funds via crowdfunding for your favorite dream, project, or personal aspiration, and in the process, share it forward and help other family, friends,